One more thing, ladies and gentlemen, that's State Representative Jim Christiana. He told J.D. Prost of the Beaver Allegheny County Times that he's putting speculation about his political future to rest. He announced today he will run for the U.S. Senate and try to unseat Democrat Senator Bob Casey in 2018. Quote, the same reason I ran for the State House, the same reason I ran for Borough Council, is the same reason I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and that's frustration of watching the same politicians for over a decade popping their head up at election time, making excuses for why they haven't solved our greatest challenges. Christiana said, the status quo to me must change. He is 33 from Brighton Township. He's just started his fifth two-year term in Harrisburg, representing the 15th Legislative District. He vowed to leave the House after 10 years, and his last term will end in December of 2018. He will join me on Pratte Tuesday night on the Disc Institute of Pittsburgh right after CBS Radio News at 8. And then Dr. Terry Madonna from the Franklin and Marshall Polling Center in the 9 o'clock hour to talk about that and everything else making news in Harrisburg and Washington. One of the big stories in Washington, Judge Neil Gorsuch confirmed by the Senate to replace Antoine Scalia on the Supreme Court. We're going to be talking about that with two of the best legal minds anywhere coming up on Pratte Monday night at 9 o'clock. They are a professor of law, and from the Tribune Review, he is Joe Mystic from Duquesne University, and he is attorney Phil DeLacente from Pittsburgh. A lot of things been happening, especially with really Wall Street of late, and we're going to look back at the first quarter. It's the quarterly market review of quarter number 1 of 2017. Jim Meredith will be off. The show is going to be hosted by Vice President Kurt Carlson. Mary Ann Siebert will be answering the phones, and Kurt Carlson will have with him on the program that day the bond guru from Heffron Tillotson, Tim Davis, along with senior research analyst Brian Coble and Mauricio Viad. That's on Heffron Tillotson, Your Money and You, the quarterly review show, Sunday at 9, right after CBS Radio News. So some closing notes from your Pratte Back. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. on these Radio 1020 KDK. Good night.